All right, morning everyone, afternoon, evening, day. I feel like I'm watching things go by today, and I pretty much am. I mean, there's just, I don't know what my deal has been. I've just been so distracted that it's really been tough for me. This is actually a really good entry here. I just felt like I could not go against the strength of those MACDs, even though everything was turning on the 610. So, yeah, I just had to let that one go by. Well, I wasn't even available here for this short. I did watch this happen, and this is actually really good in something that I look for in the fact that the price just kind of hangs out here and then finally catches up with the EMA and goes. And so, bye-bye price. This is my kind of market I like to trade.
Son cinco lugares, ¿ah? Aquí está, ¿verdad? Ya estaba bien, acá era una vez.
Ah, well, here we are. I would have hit both my targets, but now I don't have anybody in my house, so I can talk freely. Although, you know, I probably would have held this a little bit longer. I really liked its possibilities for going down. If I had still been in that trade, I would definitely be out now. Just the way that I'm looking at the 4181 MACDs, that we're reaching the zero line here. So today wasn't my... I think, you know, and I had a phone call come in. Let me scroll this back. Right about, let's see, I sat down about here, and I was preparing for the short, and a phone call came in from a colleague, and I ended up taking it. And I watched all this happen, and I was really frustrated, so I was like, you know what, I'm going for a walk. I'm going to get my exercise in early today. And so I just had to, you know, let it go at that point. Because at this time, my housekeepers are upstairs cleaning. At this time, they're back downstairs. So, oh, and I did lose internet, which was super frustrating. So I was working off the mobile hotspot. My mobile hotspot doesn't make me feel really comfortable working on it. So for now, today, in this lovely, lovely day of trading, which, you know, had a lot of opportunities, I didn't do too good. Point and a quarter. What? Yeah, this may still keep going from here, but I'm not going to be the one to test this. It's these MACDs here that, I mean, we've pushed down so hard and they haven't really rolled. And, well, I don't know. This may keep pushing. But yeah, it would have definitely hit both my targets, because my first target was at 2 points, and so we've reached that. And then my next target was at 3 points. All right, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and say my goodbyes. I may come back later. I am in some dire need of sushi at this very moment because it is consuming my brain. So I'm going to go get some. Maybe I'll come back and see if there's any trades this afternoon. But otherwise, happy trading, guys. Okay, so I can see that there's been a lot of beautiful movement to the upside. Kind of anticipate that by the way that the behavior was here on the 1597. Price really pulled down, and the MACDs just hardly did anything. This is what we call retracement divergence. And what happens in retracement divergence is, not the right one. I was actually having this lesson with someone yesterday, that the price pulls up. Let me make this bigger. How it's supposed to be. The price pulls up and it comes back down, and it's come back. That number is so blue I can barely read it, but I think it's like 68%, right? And we're going to change this. 61, of course, yes. Dirt. I just want to make it something I can see. I can't see any of these numbers. Okay, there we go. 61%, and the MACDs pull down what, probably like 20, maybe 21%, 23%, right around there, not even there. So, and I'll just pull this up so we can look at that just a little bit more. Yeah. So they pulled down just maybe 10%. So that was a really good indication that it was going to go back to the upside. Now, even with all that happening, I'm having a really, really terrible time staying focused today. I have a lot of other things that are on my mind that I want to work on. And here's where my struggle is those things on my mind I want to work on. And I'm watching all this movement, and I'm sitting across the room. I'm not sitting up next to the computer because I know myself well enough that whenever I am struggling to stay focused, that I'm not going to take trades. I mean, like, I took an exit here that I wouldn't normally have taken, but it was kind of time for me to step away. I had people here that needed the space that I was in. And, yeah, I mean, I just really can't give this my full attention today, so it doesn't really mean much. I know there's lots of movement, there's lots of money left on the table, but it's not the end of the world that I'm not in it. I'll trade again tomorrow, or just whenever is my next day to trade. It may be tomorrow, it may be something happened next week. Oh, and also my internet kept going out, which is another reason I don't want to trade right now. It's pouring down rain at the moment, and the internet keeps going in and out, and so that tells, it's just all signs that, Lindsay, today's not your day. I don't know. So I guess we'll just go with the little bits and pieces that I've been scraping up the last few days and be okay with that, because I have days where I make 35 points and days where I make 1.25 points. It's just part of the game, and it's part of the process. You accept that, you're okay with it, and you just say, okay, well, let's move on to something else for today. There's another hour and a half of this, but I've given it lots of my time, and, on any given day, and today's okay that it sounds like I'm trying to talk myself into being okay with it, but it's really just, that's my thought process with something like this. Is, okay, I had a positive day. It wasn't 2 points. It wasn't, my most exciting day in the world. But it's a Wednesday. So I have some things I'm going to go write. So I'm going to call this a day, and I will catch you on the flip side.